As Prince Dominic had expected, the party was not his style. The dancing was too intimate for him, and was a very good reminder of how no one in the entire school, other than his sister, was willing to share his space. It was not his fault that they would all rather dance with their preferred partners than hardly spare him a glance, despite the chaos he had caused by fighting the son of the Prime Minister in the dance hall. It was no one's fault really. Nature had just been a dick and dealt him a bad hand and left him to figure out how to exist in the world, where being born without magic was synonymous to committing every crime in the law book. Taking a sip from his wine, he took a sweeping glance around the room, ignoring where he announced had taken on a saint and had won with a landslide. It wasn't that he was not proud of himself for taking the dickhead down a notch or two. On the contrary, he was rather pleased with himself. However, there were consequences to standing up for himself. If he knew his father, which he did, he was very certain that he was going to send an inquisitor to punish him for daring to harm a saint with his poisoned hands. It didn't matter that he was the fucking prince of the land. Being a nonsense had made him below a slave, which meant he didn't have rights, like the rest of the free people walking around Syra. Self-defense on his part was a crime in the eyes of the law, which meant that if Edward had been successful in killing him right there and then in the party, the prick would have been given a fucking reward, and not a death sentence for harming someone of royal blood. His quiet introspection, as he stood at one corner of the room, led him to miss the exit of 5 individuals: Edward, Dominica, Derek, Ellsworth and Curtis. At first he ignored their shared absence. After all, they were all friends with one another. Well, at least a couple of them were tighter with each other, while outright hating the other individuals. Curtis and Ellsworth were lovers, so it was not alarming to find them not there. In fact, he could bet his fortune that they were at the moment making out and about to do the nasty. Derek was best friends with Edward, and seeing as the kid had been humbled by the prince of the land, he was sure Derek had gone to comfort him or give him a pep talk. Whatever it was he could do to prevent the very unpredictable son from doing anything ill-advised.